Now, let's talk about Mark McGowan. So this emperor has no clothes, yet, of course, he will end up as, winning every seat in the lower house, every seat in the upper house, and as I joke, if they invent a third House of Parliament in WA, he'll win that too, okay? So this is not about trying to push his political chances one way or the other. It's just this bloke is being a fool and he thinks you in Western Australia are idiots. This garbage where he's saying, I won't go to National Cabinet because the South Australian Premier might have girls' germs is one of the dumbest things I have ever seen. Now, of course, it's coronavirus and not girls' germs, but you get what I'm talking about. Thankfully, the Prime Minister, who always tries to play a straight bat here, well, he couldn't even hide his smile about how stupid this is.
I'm taking my chances with the South Australian Premier tonight, but I don't think they're very big ones, and neither are the others. And I'm not going to make Stephen Marshall sit in the corner in a plastic suit or something tonight or anything like that. I think we'll be quite safe, and I'm looking forward to Stephen's company. And
as for the potentially diseased Marshmallow, this is what he said today.
Is he being a bit childish with his comments about South Australia?
I think Mark McGowan will need to explain his logic. I mean, the reality is every other state premier and the other chief ministers have advice on South Australia's health, and they'll all be at the National Cabinet meeting. South Australia, I expect to have 12 days of no new cases when we report later today, and we have no active cases in our state whatsoever. That's quite a contrast with Western Australia, where I think they have more than a dozen active cases.
See, this Marshmallow is so bad that he can turn an easy win into a loss, where he goes right down into the gutter with the same games. And as for McGowan, of course, it's all about an election that he will smash it in. But any normal person in Western Australia has to be embarrassed that this clown is saying what he's saying about the Premier of a state with no active cases.
I'm not going to break the rules that apply to all other West Australians. The rule is there, it's very clear, it applies to all West Australians. I'm not going to break the rule.
Bronwyn, look, there's so much about this. I get it. He's going to be a very popular emperor, but he's as stark as the day I was born.
Yeah, but all this is true, Paul, and we point it out again and again, but the problem is that the way the federal government has handled it, these people have been elevated in status to the equal, if not looking superior, to the Prime Minister, because nothing is done to rein them in. Now, repairing the Federation is going to be a huge task because what they have got away with is just unbelievable. And I don't know why they're not pulled into line. I really don't. And I go right back to the Section 92 case, the failure to use the quarantine power. There are so many things that could have been done, but we're words, and no action.